Stream, ready to go, ready to roll. Here we are. Let's see what we got going on. All right. Hey guys, what's doing? Filming the Wednesday stream. I gotta change the name of this stream. Hold on just a second. I hope the name of this stream has been changed to Tuesday stream and not the not nope, it says Sunday stream. Oh, there we go. Okay. It has been changed. Good deal. Sweet. So we got that ready to roll. We're ready to roll there. We are appropriately named. We got everything going there. All right, there we go. Got links for everybody, so whatever we're going through, everybody can find. So that'll be fine there. Now we'll let it warm up because anybody down in the chat will cover you here in just a moment. We're gonna film normal podcasts like we do, and then we'll see where the conversation leads. Let me pull up the notes for the podcast. Stuff we're gonna go through. I know we're doing unboxings. It's exciting to do unboxings. Man, can't use this. I need. Is that all in the background? That's all stuff in the background. Stuff in the background. There we go. That's much less glary than my other pair. Okay. Fourth. How's everybody doing? How's the Christmas season? Everybody doing stuff? You guys have your Etsy ads turned on? This is necessary. It's required. Otherwise, I'm going to come and talk to you. Good news this week. Bunch of good news this week. I'm excited to go through these bits and pieces. That'll be fun. And then we got this and that. And the next thing, Jaylen Brown. Okay, sick. Alrighty. All right, we're ready to roll now. I feel like, I was going through the podcast the other day, and there were podcasts on my YouTube going by, and there was one from Modern Wisdom, which is Chris Williamson, something like that. And he's got this wonderful British accent. I was like, I should do a British accent on one of these things, because number one, if you just bring on that soft British accent, it softens you, it slows you down. And now you get to say things like Hippocrates, and Aphrodite, and those sorts of things, and those words just flow right out. I am not going to do a British accent, at least not for most of the podcast, because you never know how it could go, and I go into that really soft sort of British accent. You can do Churchill, which is like, my golly, we have to go get all the things, but like, I'm not going to do that either. Yeah, so I won't do it this time. But there's value to using a British accent because it softens and slows you down. And I think it's reasonable that I could probably slow down a little bit because I speak at a fairly high cadence and I can just pull it down and let each word be. But anyhow, what's up, Danny? Chance TPU on teleport. TPU's not on teleport right now. We're working on it. Alrighty. We're gonna get into regular podcasts though here. So this will probably be a fairly long stream, guys. We're gonna do regular podcast, and then I have to film a few other videos that'll go out on Slant Pod channel and the Slant 3D channel. So those you might get to see be filmed here, and we'll just do a live stream all the way through, and I'll talk to you throughout. So it should be a little bit fun there. But I'll just go ahead and do regular show here. We'll do news, and then updates, and then discussion, the unboxing, and then I'll throw it to the interview, and then podcast will be over, and I'll talk to you guys for a little bit, and we'll do questions and that kind of stuff. Any advice on modeling software? You gotta pick one, dude. Shaper's fine. Fusion is a little bit more professional. SolidWorks is the most professional, and Blender is good if you want to make dragons. But they are tools. There's not one to catch all. If you're a beginner, you just got to pick one and learn how to use it. Them's the rules. I don't feel like I'm in focus. focus. Yeah, it's on manual focus there. Okay, here we go. Alrighty. Let's go. Wait, I'm gonna change the stream title one more time so it's a tad more accurate to what we're doing today. Help in 3D printing news. There we go. Okay. There we are. Now that stream has a point of interest to it, other than we're just doing a stream. If anybody's watching who's on the team, we got to title the streams with some sort of point of interest so that people click on it. If it's just a stream, people won't be around. But okay, here we go. That's a really good graph, though. I was looking at, wow, look at all the people popping in. It takes apparently 15 minutes. That can't be right. I haven't been streaming for 15 minutes. That's completely incorrect traffic numbers. All right, fine. Is what it is. All right. Here we go. We're going to go ahead and do podcast, guys, the way we do. And I'm going to hit record so everybody's happy, and we'll be fine. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Slant 3D podcast, the show about 3D printing and our place inside the industry. Today, we're going to be talking about 25,000 parts made at Airbus, an NBA player using 3D printed sneakers, and finishing off with a $5 million investment into a large format printing company. And of course, we'll give you guys updates about teleport and portals, and we are going to unbox and look at about 15 orders that we made from various Etsy stores, and we're going to evaluate their packaging. So all of that and more today on the podcast, but before that, let's go ahead and pay the bills. This episode is brought to you by Teleport. Teleport allows you to plug 1,000 3D printers directly into your Etsy store, e-commerce store, Shopify, TikTok shop, whatever it happens to be. If you are running a 3D printing business and you're feeling overwhelmed, or you just want to spend more time with your family this Christmas season, you should check out Teleport so that you can have all your items and orders printed and shipped straight to your customer for you, so you don't have to do it anymore. You instead can focus on your family or designing awesome new products and learning how to market them better. So check out Teleport and figure out how to get 1,000 printers on tap for your store so that whenever you get an order, it is printed and shipped straight to your customer for you. Check it out at slantpod.com. Alrighty, first piece of news. Per TCT, Airbus is manufacturing 25,000 3D printed parts annually. So, the company says there are more than 200,000 certified polymer parts in active service on Airbus aircraft. According to Stratasys, recent data suggests that the use of 3D printed parts on the Airbus A350 aircraft has resulted in a 43% weight reduction, the elimination of minimum order quantity requirement, and an 85% reduction in lead time. In addition to the A350, Airbus has printed parts for A320 and A400M models. Okay, many of these are Ultem parts. Airbus is understood to establish a distributed manufacturing capability that is allowing the company to produce parts where and when they are needed. Now, this article that I am embellishing a little bit is a paid-for article by Stratasys, but it's still a very relevant article because Airbus doesn't make a lot of planes, and once those planes are built, there are not a need for a large number of spare parts for them. So to have 25,000 parts made per year for Airbus is not insignificant at all. They are most certainly high margin parts, and yes, they're most certainly high performance parts, but the fact that they have been qualified and are being put into use is just a really good industry story. And again, like Stratasys says, 43% reduction in weight, no MOQs, and an 85% reduction in lead time. All of those are useful and save money for people all the way through. But this applies to pretty much all of printing. 3D printing saves lead time, weight, and MOQs basically across the board. In our case, people can order one part from Teleport, or they can order 100,000, and both of those operate the same. So it's just really useful. Next piece of news per 3dprint.com. Snapmaker secures Series B backed by Xiaomi, Founders Network, and China's investment elite. Desktop 3D printer manufacturer Snapmaker has gotten a Series B round. We do not know what the amount is. The financing round is not only a valuable supplement of capital, but also a pivotal moment in Snapmaker's evolution from product leadership to a fully developed ecosystem. We will focus on three key areas. First, accelerating core technology R&D to address user pain points in multicolor printing, high-speed fabrication, and more. Second, expanding our global talent networks, especially recruiting top talent in hardware R&D. Third, building a comprehensive ecosystem by collaborating with creators, developers, and supply chain partners to lower the barrier to creation and make 3D printing a universal tool accessible to everyone. That sounds very Bamboo-ish. Now, Snapmaker is in that realm, and Snapmaker is a company that has made them much easier to work with, way more reliable, and has made them easier to work with. This idea of 3D printing becoming so ubiquitous that everyone kind of has one, I've never really agreed with. Bamboo wants to move in that direction, and they most certainly have continued to lower the barrier to where 3D printing is closer to an appliance, or at least closer to a bandsaw than 3D printers were in the past. I didn't used to have to jigger with my bandsaw, but you still jigger with your bandsaw. Printers as a consumer technology, I don't know if it'll flesh out. I don't know. There's nothing impossible about it. Like, there's nothing that is impossible. So there could be a 3D printer in every home. But when you start putting a 3D printer in every home, you are now competing with Amazon next day delivery. Is a printer really worth it to have whatever limitations it will always have? Or is it just a really good tool? And I think the answer is it will settle out as a really good tool. Because even right now inside of 3D printing, Bamboo is big, but 3D printing as an industry is worth about $20 billion. Woodworking tools are worth about $65 billion. So there's plenty of room for 3D printing to grow based on that, but it's nowhere close to being a ubiquitous home technology. Hill House is not a VC, but they're going through all this stuff. They do not say, are likely to help it scale and internalize. Yeah, Xiaomi can help with manufacturing while working towards a potential possible IPO and staying friends with the government. Yeah, okay, so people think that this is sort of a general one. Snapmaker is a major Kickstarter success story, raising $7.8 million in 2019 for the Snapmaker 2.0 and record-breaking $20 million this year for its U1. The company said it has done extensive user-led innovation guided by user interviews and feedback submitted to it. The low material waste U1 architecture is indeed an impressive 3D printer, yada, 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 all the things. We're not endorsing anybody here. Okay, Snapmaker makes tool changer machines. They're one of them. They are a well-designed machine. Like, if Snapmaker had pushed on it a little bit more heavily, they could have been the Tesla of 3D printing ahead of Bamboo. But they didn't get there quick enough. Okay, next piece of news. That's the Snapmaker. Jaylen Brown has shook the basketball industry by using 3D printed sneakers. Now, here's the case. These sneakers are made by Zellerfeld and are produced for Jaylen Brown for his brand 741, which is his personal brand that he has personally lost $50 million in order to create. Let me give some context here. So, Boston Celtics champion and NBA MVP Jaylen Brown is experimenting with 3D printing performance footwear. Before the Celtics' December 5th matchup against the LA Lakers, Brown walked into the arena carrying an early 3D printed prototype from his brand 741, developed in collaboration with Zellerfeld, and he planned his right hand, while his left hand held 741 sneakers, he planned to wear for the game. So, he didn't end up wearing them in the game. That would have been a big deal. But what Brown is doing is he's very involved with his brand 741, and they're explicitly trying to create technologically advanced gear. So rather than taking sponsorships from someone like Nike, Brown is creating his own brand, which is really sharp and really smart. But he's doing it, one of the things that he's pushing on is trying to make a pair of Zellerfeld sneakers that can be worn on the court, which is tough to do because Zellerfeld sneakers have always been kind of fashion sneakers. And obviously Zellerfeld is continuously improving them, but they're not that tough yet. they're dealing with layer lines effectively and the stress concentrations that happen along the layer lines. But even that being said, this is a fantastic win. And can I just say, Zellerfeld has been doing an awesome job in the last year. They have had Bieber, they've had Jaylen Brown, they've had the Herons before. All Zellerfeld has been working amazingly, establishing themselves as a shoe brand, not as a 3D printing company. They are a shoe brand enabled by the technology of 3D printing. And that is so powerful in the fact that they've actually done that and have been pushing on it continuously. Okay, chat, I will be getting to you in just a moment. Go ahead, put down any questions about these stories, but we are going to finish up the news here. There's one more article to get through. 3D printing startup from Missouri Accelerator eyes over $10 million in 2026 revenue. So, this is Printerior. Printerior, if you are not familiar with, they have done recycled filament in the past, making different materials and that kind of thing. But currently, they are pushing on doing large format 3D printing. Large format printing has been up and coming for the last couple of years. There's a number of companies messing with it, especially around furniture and interior design. It is a great space to be in because architecture designers have recognized the value of printing and the value of creating a chair that's bespoke to a hotel or a conference room or a company to really design their interior spaces, not just by picking furniture, but creating furniture, especially if they're meant to be like park bench sort of furniture. Printerior is working on doing that. And they have been selling filament now for a few years since they got spun out. But they started, the founders started as an accelerator program where they raised $5,000 to chase down recycled filament back a few years ago. In 2021, received a $50,000 grant from the St. Louis ARC Grants Program, which allowed Esser and Seidel to open their first feedstock production facility. Since then, Printerior has continuously evolved, progressing from materials manufacturer and supplier to also operating a print farm. They got a print farm too. They have their material, so they use their print farm to continue to produce more items with their material. Okay, so this is just really great to see. They're estimated to do $4 million in revenue here in 2025, and they think they're going to do $10 million in 2026, which is a fantastic growth rate, especially for a hardware manufacturing startup. So good for them. Again, just a lot of success stories this week. It's really exciting to see these guys coming up and 3D printing accelerating. Snapmaker raising a bunch of money. Printerior doing well on revenue. Zellerfeld expanding and having really key partnerships that are significant. And the fact that Zellerfeld is working with Nike to produce shoes on behalf of Nike. All of these are wins and are just proof of the industry starting to mature and really push in a direction that's useful. Over the next 2 or 3 years, there's just going to be so much growth. And in a future podcast, we will do projections for 2026 and what we think will probably happen then as we go along. All right, that is that. I'm going to check in with chat here real fast and see what you all have. So questions from the audience, here we go. All righty, everybody. What printer should I get for Print Farm to start? So the printers for print farms, I am biased. I don't believe that people should buy off-the-shelf machines. They work and they can be done. A lot of people are, yes, using a lot of the Bamboo machines. Out of Darts uses A1. Wiglets uses the P1S and P1P. H2D, all the rest of them. It depends on what you're doing if you want to build it out. If you're building fewer than 10 machines, grab whatever machine you want. All the machines right now are really quite good. So the choice of which one is right is indifferent. But also just realize that the printers are going to need replaced in like 18 to 24 months. Because right now, 3D printers are designed to be consumer hardware. So they basically go bad after a little while of operation. A lot of people estimate like 10,000 hours on a printer, which is only about a year and a half of really continuous operation. So that's a thing to be aware of. You could call it stopping midstream and people might take notice. Snapmaker, you won. The video on brims was great. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Rick. Okay. Let's see here. One more question. I want to know your opinion about farming versus reverse engineering service. Which one is profitable for your opinion? Both print farming and reverse engineering or engineering services are terrible business models. And I know that because I've done both. Currently operate one of the largest print farms in the world. And historically, I worked in product design and engineering. It's a terrible business model. It works fine. If you're a solo person starting out, it's a fine place to start out, but it's a terrible business model because it does not scale and it works you to death, both of them. Print farms, it's all about process control and scale. So our print farm would be a terrible business model. But the thing is, like, the amount of effort and investment that we put into it right now is all fixed. But now the print farm can grow without adding more people or more effort or more software or building new things. Like Teleport could have 10,000 more new users tomorrow or 100,000 new users tomorrow, and it would be fine. And the print farm could take more people and we could have more people inside the factory. But we don't have to spend more. But print farms that are small don't have that. You're just a chair maker. You're an artisan. So it's not a very good business model in that regard. Okay, are the layer lines on 3D printed parts comparable to or more noticeable than the parting lines found on injection molded parts? The layer lines on 3D printed parts are as pronounced as the grain in wood. And that is the way to think about them. 3D printed parts are like the grain in wood. You design around them and you make them appear however you want. If you don't want the native 3D printed layer line look, apply a texture to it. Textures are free inside of 3D printing. So you can give it a diamond rastering pattern, a knurled pattern. You can give it fuzzy skin. You can give it bubbles and bulbs. You can do whatever you want for a surface finish on any of these parts. And now the base texture of printed parts doesn't exist anymore. The whole thing of like, oh, smooth is good is complete BS. Injection molds have to be smooth. The more polished the mold, the better it functions. It is an engineering defect of molds that they can't make textures, and they are forcing parts into smooth textures. So it's not because stuff is good or anything else. What is good as far as a surface appearance is completely a fashion statement. It has nothing to do with engineering or human taste. It has to do with the fashion of the moment. So printing is not, layer lines don't matter. Design around them and apply textures where you can because the technology lets you do it. All right, print farm down the road from me uses Prusa machines. One of people involved with it also co-wrote 3D printing for dummies. Good for them. That's great. Prusas have been used in print farms a lot historically. Prusa obviously has their own print farm, but it's mainly a marketing technique. I have no idea how current Prusa machines operate in print farms. Again, I know an example is like Out of Darts. He does Nerf accessories and has a pretty large print farm. He used to use all Prusa minis, and he's moved entirely to A1 minis. And this is partially because of the transition. I don't know where Prusa is right now in the whole conversation. But Prusa is coming back, but Prusa is also in kind of find themselves sort of a stage, seems like. What's your opinion on the H2C? I don't review 3D printers, guys. I have no opinion about any of these machines. I do not care. We don't endorse machines. It's not my job to tell people what machines are good or useful, and that's outside of my purview. I'm not a machine reviewer. We operate a print farm, and we talk to people about how to design good 3D printed parts. The machine should be irrelevant. Alrighty, them's the questions for the day. Alrighty, let's go moving into company updates. Now, here we are, 17:22. Okay, so updates on stuff inside of Slant 3D. So Teleport. In this last week, Teleport has been keeping up with orders. So there's the spike in orders at the beginning of December has come through. We've been maintaining that. Orders are still going out in under 3 days on average. A few orders go to like 5 days if you have 10 or 20 parts inside of there. But keeping up very well. We can continue to take more. Again, our main factory is spec'd out for a few thousand machines. So we're good. We got you covered and we planned for this. So everything is teed up and operating well. We've had a number of users come through who are just like, I got 1,000 orders and I need help right now. So we're helping them, and those surges mess with stuff a little bit for a moment, but we're helping them get out the door. But yeah, if you have like a need for rush orders, we can get you turned on immediately. I would say, like, literally, there's been a few people who are like, I have too many orders, I need to shut down the store. Don't do that. The correct strategy is to put items into pre-orders or just call us, because we can get you onboarded to Teleport in under 3 hours. As in, you email us, we respond to you. You say, I don't know how to use Teleport. We say, okay, let's get on a phone call. We'll walk you through the 15 minutes of setting up Teleport, and then you're set up. So from contact to us helping you and you being set up and rolling is like 3 hours total if you are not able to do it yourself. If you do it yourself, teleport can be turned on in like 30 minutes and printing orders for you. It is that quick and easy. With teleport, there is a design refresh coming. So it's finalizing, actually it's being finalized about today or so. But we will be pushing a new skin effectively to teleport that should improve the UI, make it a lot clearer, more concise, nicer, just throughout the whole thing. It'll be tightened up. Because the teleport UI right now is basically kind of the original UI with modifications. We've done cleanup on it before, but like this is a full rebuild. We just tearing off its skin and put it on a new one. But it will just makes it a lot nicer. It's a little bit brutalist in the design as a heads up of it all, but it's fine because like teleport has always had that motif and Slant 3D has that motif. We may allow another scan at some point in the future to where you can toggle between your styles, sort of like what you do with Portal stores. Portals, shipping out those orders, plenty of people making money over there. Let's see here, shipping is good. Teleport, there will be a couple of new features coming around memberships, but I'll leave that there. Tangled filament. Tangled filament, yes. So for tangled filament, we released gray last week. So you now have $10 per kilogram for black and $10 per kilogram for gray. Make sure you become a member and make sure you buy the members only filament. It was funny. We had a few people come through and buy this stuff and they became a member and then they go and buy the non-member stuff. So they got billed an extra $1 and we had to refund them whatever, the $3 because non-member stuff's a little bit more expensive. But anyhow, alrighty, let's see here. That's up with Tangled. All right, any other questions? People coming through in chat? All right, that's fine. Here we go. You know, at the beginning of this show, I had said that I was going to talk slower. And then I know in the last several sections, I got faster again. Here's the thing. We cut shorts from this podcast and I want them to be paced in such a way to where this section could be vertical cut right from here and then put into shorts. But then I have to get it in under a minute and I have to speak in such a way to where it gets in under a minute. I wonder, I'm going to slow it back down, but like I'm hesitant because the slowed down delivery is going to mess with our shorts. But we'll cut out slow speeds and try to get to more points and try to do hooks and stuff. Okay, right. For anybody who's interested, we're going to do an interview with the CEO of Mosaic Manufacturing here at the end of this all. But before that, we're going to do an unboxing. So, right here, got a whole box of parts. There are about 10 orders here. What we did is we wanted to know how people are running their Etsy stores right now. So we went through and we bought items from a whole bunch of different Etsy stores. And we wanted to see what their packaging was, what their print quality was, and how fast the orders got here. So we can make sure that when we start working with them, eventually, that everything inside of Teleport works correctly. And actually, if somebody is watching me upstairs, what I need is an order from Teleport with the blue box and blue insert paper, because I don't think that's included inside of this. So Parker, if you're watching, I'm gonna need that. But before that, let's go ahead and just unbox a few of these orders. And I'll make sure that I don't show any address information and that kind of stuff. But a few of these were opened by both myself and the team before, but this is gonna be the first kind of reaction to a few of these. So we had a theme. We were like, we only wanna buy cookie cutters for Christmas because we wanna see what those stores are doing, because a lot of people make cookie cutters through Teleport and portals. But we wanted to see packaging, what the print quality was, and everything else. So this packaging right here, standard, pretty standard looking stuff. This is from Ain't She Sweet Cutters. Standard 4x4 U-line box, which is interesting. There is no exterior packaging. There is a packing slip. And this packing slip, printed on a standard printer. Oh, handwritten note. Thanks for your order. I hope this is a big hit with a signature. That's nice. And the highlight of what all the items were as they were checking it off, but printed off on a standard printer. So they're not using a thermal label printer yet. But here is the cutter. The cutter has a smooth bottom, which means it wasn't done on a textured bed. This might actually be like a Prusa print. But the print quality looks really, really good right there. You can see this little snowman cutter. It has a knife sharpened up on top, which is good. That's what you want for cookie cutters, but it's still thick. It's like a millimeter thick. So that's great. No stringing or nothing. It all looks good. Yeah, packaging could use a little bit of work, but that looks fine. Yeah, normally our stuff comes, when we ship stuff, we ship it in a white box with blue insert paper. It's crinkle paper, so it looks really premium. All right, let's see here. What do we got here? This is, I'm not going to say the name. I don't know what store it's from. Hold on a second. This is from Mike's Cookie Cutters on Etsy. Again, standard sheet. No note. No note from Mike. This is fine. All right, let's see here. Insert vacuum seal. A little bit of blue tissue paper. This is what it looks like on the inside there. Ooh, this is bamboo print. I think this, I'm not sure if this is bamboo print actually. A little bit of like schmutzten on the side. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's perfectly fine cookie cutter. This is a standard 1 millimeter thickness, no sharpness on the top. I like when the cookie cutters come to a tip. But doing it round like this, where it's just a flattened top right here, it's fine. You just need, just need a few, gotta make sure it's printed reliably, and you gotta push a little bit harder on the dough to get it out. Oh, there's an insert card. There's a thank you card in here, business card. Customer feedback is very important. Honest reviews are appreciated. Please showcase your cookies. Mike's Cookie Cutters on Instagram. And then there's contact at Matt. Yeah. Yeah. Hand wash with cool water only because it's a PLA cutter. This is a business card. I would say, Mike, if you're watching this, put a QR code on here rather than just your Instagram, and that way people can get to you easier. But it's a white box. Oh, and it has a stamp on the side, which is a good way of doing kind of packaging quick and easy. Okay, that's pretty good. That's hold on here. I gotta see. I'm gonna tier rank these things. I want to make sure that I'm hitting them all right. All right. Okay. I'd say, let's see here. If I was ranking this one, cookie cutter, I'd probably I'm gonna put this at like middle ground of like C tier, because the cookie cutter is really good, but the packaging of it leaves some to be desired. So I'm gonna leave it at like a C. And then Mike's Cookie Cutters here, I'm gonna go ahead and put, I would say the packaging is pretty good. I'm actually gonna put this at the same one, because I think the cookie cutter is less, not as good as the other one, but the packaging is a little bit better. But I would say that kind of evens it out. So I'd say this is C tier 2. Okay, let's see here. Another new one. Oh, I'm gonna need a knife. Parker, if you're watching that, I need a knife and a teleport box. Okay, let's see here. We got a new one. This one is from Sweet Prince Inc. I'm gonna hold it this way so that we're not showing any addresses or stuff on camera. This is just a little one. Little angel there. So I would say if we were printing this, this wouldn't be allowed. This can't go out the door. Please focus. Stupid thing going up. Manual focus again. Okay. Right here. Stay on autofocus. Stupid thing. 1 second. We're going to autofocus right there. There we go. Okay, so you can see there's these little speckles on the back side of it all. Those would be cut out, and they're stringing across the wing, which isn't great. But insert card. Ooh, this is a really nice insert card. I like this card quite a bit, and that focus is also still jacked up. Okay, so it's got standard PLA. It's got a mark of which type of PLA it is. This is a really nice card. Like, this is a very nice card. SweetPrinceInc.com. And then the Instagram and everything else. Again, QR code, guys. You need a QR code. The packaging itself, a little white box, brown insert paper, which I'm not a fan of. Get something colored. And the cookie cutter isn't like in a bag or anything. It's just sort of loose in there, which isn't always the greatest. But it's a nice box. Man, this card is really nice. But the rest of it isn't that great. So I'm actually going to put this at D tier, because if the print quality isn't very good, it shouldn't go out. It's also printed at a 0.3 resolution, so I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that. Okay. Next one. we got this one. This is Baker's Cutters and Prints. So, mailer, which is a good way to kind of potentially lower costs sometimes, but very often not. They're using a thermal label printer, which is good, with a thank you note on there, which is very nice of them. And they have a coupon code down at the bottom for your next order, which is also a really good idea. Yeah, so I bought the Shark one inside of a little wrapper bag. This is really nice touch because it just feels better. Print quality is good. The top, oh man, every one of these has a different cutting blade. One has an angled one is flat, another one is thinner. This one is fat base and then a thin rectangular top. So it never comes to a point, it's just thin up here at the top. The print quality is really good. This looks like it's probably a bamboo machine. Packaging is on theme because this is green and this is green. I like that. I don't think I picked the color. I did not pick the color. They just shipped green cookie cutters. So good for them. There's no contact information to follow up with them, which is not the greatest. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and make this. I'm gonna put it, I don't know. All of these, I'm gonna say C tier. I think it's the same, which is green. All right. All right. This one. This is from, I don't know. Ooh, candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Yeah, they have a little candy here. Please leave feedback. We'd love to hear from you. I like this idea. This is packaging inside of packaging, but this candy has them read the review request explicitly as they're going for the candy, and they'll do it later on after they go for the cookie cutter. I'm gonna pull out my cookie cutter. It is a Mickey Mouse cutter. On the outside, it has a sticker that says hand wash only. That is great. And then let's see here. It's white quality. It's an angled top cookie cutter, which is good. I like this packaging. Having the cutter in a packaging is great. It's a seal rather than a zip tie, which is fine. The print quality looks really good. There's a little bit of a hair up here, but like that's not a big deal. That looks really good. What's the rest of the stuff look like? And then here's the packing slip. Using a regular printer. It's so weird that the packing slip is printed separately when the thermal printer is right here. No notes. No notes from the person. Okay, well, fair enough then. That's pretty good. There's not a lot of brand on this, but this candy puts it over the edge again. Like each one of these has one thing about it that's like really good. Like one had a really good insert card. This guy has a candy. The other ones make really good print quality. I'm gonna redo Mike's cookie cutters. Mike's cookie cutters has so many good things about it, except that the cookie cutter isn't in its own packaging. But he did tissue paper that matches and is on brand. And he does have the insert card. So I'm gonna move him up to B tier. B tier, and everybody else is still at C. Yeah, I'm getting the vibe for what my ranking system is here. Hey Parker, I need a knife and a teleport example. Okay, let's see here. This one, who is this from? Eon Garden. So pink or purple thing right here. Shipped with Rollo. Oh, that's not great. So this is an envelope that comes standard with a Rollo printer, which is not what you want to go for. Brown paper, not a problem. Oh, this is not a cookie cutter. This is a VESA mount for a monitor. You got a little set of screws right there. We can do this for you too, by the way, inside a teleport. Print quality is fine for a Pet G part. You have a bit of elephant footing right there. So the bed might have been a little bit out of whack. Ooh, there's warp. There's warp right there. It's subtle, but it is there. This doesn't hurt the function of the part, and I wouldn't be mad about it, but like this wouldn't go out of our building because that warp would be more than our spec for warp on a machine. That side has a little bit of warp too. There's also this stringiness on the inside. There's a string dangling right there and some strings around the inside. It could just be cleaned up more. Some stringing over there. So it's a Pet G part that could have used some more processing. It's probably busy with the Christmas season, so I get that. There's no branding. I don't think there's packing slip. I'm not seeing a packing slip. Maybe it got lost when somebody else opened it. But okay, I'm gonna put that in D tier. I'm gonna put that in D. Yeah, because that's like it's a part in an envelope that I would have gotten from eBay or something. It's not really like a store. I might even go lower. No, I'll go D. Okay. Let's see here. All right, this one. Is this is really one? Oh, yeah. Okay. This is Ansgar Labs in Minnesota. Okay. We've got standard. These types of mailers aren't like super common, so I'm glad they use that. You got packing list printed on a regular printer, so that you can go pick the orders of what it was. And then, oh, this packing slip is printed from Etsy. That's why everybody prints on these sheets. Package. It's a heat sealed bag with all the parts inside. They're printed at like a 0.3. They're printed with a bamboo machine. And they have a sticker across the top. Veteran owned, American made. Good for them. These are like light holder clips. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, like the packaging, the individual packaging for these sets is pretty darn good. That way they can pre-prep a bunch of inventory. I would say, I don't know how I'm gonna rate this. There's no branding on it. It's a fairly standard package. It's industrial, so I'm kind of gonna give them a break on it. But no, it can be better. It can be better. This could go. I'm gonna put it at C tier because I think for functionalist stuff it's fine. But like, there's no link to the Instagram. There's no QR code. The packing slip is fine, but like, there's no identity to this, which isn't great. Okay, let's try this again. Sugar Inspired. This is from Sugar Inspired. These are your cookie cutters because this is a great little box. This is a very intentionally selected box. Let's go ahead and open this up. Okay. I like this box. That type of box is nice. It's easy to open, everything else. Standard sort of packing slip, printed in color. Highlighted that they got the orders. Don't see any notes from it. Oh, look at this. It's sticker closed with the tissue paper. That's really nice. Okay, I'm gonna tear this carefully, like I'm a person who saves wrapping paper. Okay, right here. Oh, here is the cutter. Ooh, nice. So tissue paper, cutter's nestled inside of there beautifully. Cutter in its own individual packaging. Cutter print quality. Looks like the cutter could have been hit with the heat gun a little bit. There's stringing inside the lettering to where it like needs gone over with a blowtorch or something. That being said, there's a note inside of here. Ooh, a couple notes. Oh, hey! So this is an instruction card, and it says, hand wash, don't soak in hot water, don't put it in dishwasher, don't use on hot cookies. This is fair. It's a PLA cookie cutter. You don't want to do that. There's nothing on the back. If they'd gone two-sided, they could have had a QR code to a site. Oh, sugar cookie recipe. This is a great idea. If you are selling cookie cutters, you should include a cookie cutter recipe. We, on Teleport, we did a custom insert card to where you can set a custom card for any given item. So if somebody ordered this cookie cutter, that card could print out this recipe and send it along with them and have a QR code and everything else. But link back to your socials, link back to your website, give the discount code. Again, everybody has like one of the things, but they don't have all of the things. This one, print quality is fine. It's not amazing. Like the cutter, I wouldn't say is super well designed. It's a 1 millimeter thick upper part. It doesn't come to a taper. And then you have the stamp included with it. But it's still good. Like it's a good print quality. It's not bad. I'm nitpicking everything because I'm trying to get some rankings to people here. I'm gonna put this one in B tier, maybe even A. Actually, I'm gonna give it A tier because it's really clear instructions with a recipe here. It's good for the customer, and the customer has a great unboxing experience pulling this out of the packaging and everything else. Now, you as a business could include discount code and QR codes and those kind of things, and that would have made it better. But overall, this is really good. So good job to Sugar Inspired. That's, yeah, this is really good packaging. All right, let's see here. What's next? 3D Bake Shop. You know how I know that? They got a sticker on the box that says 3D Bake Shop. Good idea. Super cheap to buy stickers to put on your stuff, and then stickers can also be giveaways in the stuff. They even have another sticker that says smile, you've got happy mail. I like that. Also, really good box. A mailer is always a win. These mailers are expensive. Here's the thing, like this box cost maybe like 15 cents, I think. This box costs like 60 cents. That's the difference that we're talking about. Oh, okay. The paper is not colored. Dinging that a little bit. But, thank you card for your purchase. Use code THANKYOU for 15% off. Care card, hand wash with soap and warm water and allow to air dry. So instructions. Your order made my day. I hope this package makes yours. A thank you card. So you have a discount card, a thank you card. I think these two could have been combined, so you could save yourself a little bit of effort on that. But good heavens, look at this. This is amazing. Look at that. Oh my gosh. And then you have, pull it out, you have another bag inside of the Artie bag. Like this is a great touch. If the cookie cutter was just in this, I would have been tickled. But like, you have this zip-locked vinyl bag with a window on the front, so you can see the cutter inside of there. And then you have, oh good heavens. Oh no! This is an exceptional print. But there's hairs on the lettering because it hasn't been hit with a heat gun. This is like default profile to where most of the stringing is gone because everything's tuned in, and this is definitely a bamboo machine because it's also multicolor. But that's incredible. This handle is glued on. This handle is glued on. They print it like this, and then they glue this handle on afterwards. Bravo. They're using also not a purely textured print bed. They're using a smooth print bed, but it is a bamboo printer. Great print quality, like 0.2 resolution, same as Teleport. Multicolor. I appreciate the multicolor, even though it's totally unnecessary for a cookie cutter. But I appreciate the taste of that. Like all of this is beautiful. This is really, really good. A packaging, customer presentation, everything else. I'm gonna, is it an S? No, it can't be S. Somebody has to be perfect all the way through to get an S. And there's stringing on the cookie cutter there. So I'm going to give this A. I'm going to give this an A tier. This is 3D Bake Shop. Really, really great customer experience. Hold on. Do I have the receipt? No, the receipt isn't in it. Oh, I remember buying this. This cookie cutter was $4. 3D Bake Shop, raise your prices. Double your prices. Because you can. Like, this is a premium experience, but you are not charging an appropriate premium for your orders. Double your prices, otherwise you're going to go broke. Because the amount of effort that you put into this is not even worth the $2 of profit that you get off of it. Like, the packaging, everything else, it's all premium, but you are losing money. Okay, let's see here. Let's see new ones. Parker, you haven't come down here yet. I need you, Parker. I need a teleport order. I need a knife. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna push this hard. Wait a second. We got knives and stuff around here. There's knives in the studio. Okay, here we go. I'll get back to that. Let's see here. This is regular envelope. Let's see what we got going. I can't get into these. They're impossible. Okay, standard mailer. I'm down for that. This is what's inside. So you got packing list. Shack Creations, cookie, clay cutter, Derek Kirk. Okay, so we got a directions card with a QR code down at the bottom. Good for them. QR code to like our Facebook page. And then we have the packing slip, which is printed from Etsy, with a note from Matt saying thank you. This thing costs $4. Okay. We have the box. This is a nice cookie cutter box. I like this cookie cutter box. Really strong tape holding it closed. And then let's see here for everybody to see. Open up the box for the first time. Wrapped in bubble wrap, which I appreciate. Folded 4 ways. Okay, so this is interesting. This is the exact same handle as the other cookie cutter that I just saw. Who is making these cookie cutters? Does anybody in chat know what's up? Because, like, I need to know who is making these. Because this is, again, a glued-on handle for the stamp. Definitely a bamboo print. Definitely the same outline. This is a 0.5 thick cutter, which is fine, but again, I would go thicker and then put a knife at the top. It's a dragonfly. It looks good. The packaging was really good. I wouldn't want this in bubble wrap. I would want this in a bag inside of there. Because there's no way that the bubble wrap is like protecting it. It doesn't do anything. But insert cards are good. Packing list is good. The box is good. Like, ultimately, it's quite good. I'm going to give this B tier. Because it is better than most, and it has a QR code inside of there. But still, it's not like uber good. It's like too much packing material for what is paid for it. Like, you can do a bag in a box, and that would be fine. But you're not doing that. All right, let's see here. What is this? Oh, okay. So brown bag, which is. Oh, this is an international order, I think. No, it's coming from New Jersey. Interesting mailer bag. Custom box for Bakerology. On the back of it. Oh, Bakerology is based. Oh. I think they're using a third-party fulfillment logistics company. Because the box on the back says manufactured in the United Kingdom. And I think Bakerology is based in the United Kingdom. Or there's multiple languages here. They say dishwasher safe. Dublin, Ireland, Bakerology.com. Designed and made in London, United Kingdom. They're pre-packing these and sending them to a third-party logistics company who then ships them on through. Okay, opening it up. This is the box. Custom tissue paper. Bakerology, I believe, has like 100,000 cumulative sales. I also don't think they were very cheap. So custom tissue paper. Wax paper bag. This is a good idea. This is a really good idea. I think I'm going to have to steal this from them because a wax paper bag is an excellent idea. Seals really well. This envelope right here. Oh my goodness. And inside they have essential tips. Your cutters are designed for dough that is 5 millimeters thick. Try rolling yours out. Coat the cutters generously with flour. Use recipes free from raising agents to get the best looking cutters. Visit our website with the QR code. Packed by Bakerology. And then here are multiple other QR codes for the thing. That's great job, guys. And the cutter itself. Interesting. It's a nativity scene. Nativity is drawn on the first layer. I would change that right away. I'm not sure what kind of printer made this. I don't think it's a bamboo. I don't think this is a bamboo. I think this might be a Prusa print farm. Or even Creality or something like that. It's good print quality. Like, it is cleaned up. It looks great. All the things. This is really good. What would I improve on this? Nothing. They're an international store. They shipped fast. They're using a third-party logistics company. They have a link to the website for more stuff. They don't have a discount code for me. I'm not sure Bakerology. They ship internationally, so they have 3 different languages on this. Scan here for tasty recipes and baking instructions. Recipes. This is correct thing. This is all correct. Oh goodness heavens. I'm giving this S tier. I'm giving Bakerology S tier. It's custom packaging all the way through. It's really well thought out. Their pricing is good. They're pros. That's professional. Like, that's fantastic. That's somebody who knows what they're doing. No wonder they have 100,000 sales. Everything they're doing is correct. All right, let's see here. This order. Okay, white box. This is from Camellia Cutters. So white box, open up, literature mailer, win. Okay. Nice fold. Ooh, paper, paper, nice. Brown crinkle paper. Like, guys, this is what a teleport box looks like. This is almost identical to teleport orders, except we use blue crinkle paper rather than brown. There is something in here. There's a card, a sticker in here. We are happy you found us. Be sure to follow us on Instagram. Thank you so much. Nice little card. No QR code. Very good packaging otherwise. Down at the bottom is the packing slip from Etsy. With lots of details, may require to be cutter. Okay, use this cutter with a lot of stuff. Not dishwasher safe. It's PLA cutter. Cutter contained inside of a little baggie. It looks good. There's some stringiness off the tail of the fish. It's too subtle probably to see on camera, but like there's stringing right there. The rest of it looks excellent though for this stamp. This looks great. This is really good. But is it as good as the Bakerology? No, it's not as good as the Bakerology because Bakerology has a custom box. This fold is fantastic. The crinkle paper is fantastic. This matches like a teleport box. No, this is great. And they have everything in there, but it's not QR code, so I don't think it's quite there. I'm gonna give this an A tier. It's A tier, but it's not S. Bakerology still is owning it right now. I gotta be firm. Gotta be firm. All right. Okay. We're gonna get into this one. This one is Tracy. Okay, what do we got? Okay, blue bag. Blue bag is good. That's a good sign of branding. Bubble wrap, not a good sign. Other people have other things inside of there first. Bubble wrap is nice. The bubble wrap is justified because of inside here. It's not really that necessary, but it is a thing. Wax paper wrap, nice. Wax paper wrap is nice. The wax paper is a good idea. We may have to do that for teleport. That looks nice. The cutter is reasonable quality. Ooh, weird bed pattern. It's like a bed pattern with like specifically patterned pockmarks on it. Like a PEI that was perfect rather than kind of the messy sort of PEI. The top is fine. This is a cookie cutter. That is all good. There's no other insert cards. I don't know even what the store is. I have the name of the person back here, but I don't know what the store is. I don't know if I can endorse this. The things to improve is you need insert cards telling people how to use it and how to get in contact with you. I would get rid of the bubble wrap because you already have bubble wrap in the mailer, so I think it's redundant. Maybe just do some colored tissue paper that matches your blue, so it's consistent all the way through. The print quality is fine. It's not like exceptional because it is printed at like a 0.3, 0.2 resolution or so. So it's not like amazing or super high res. It's also a standard red rather than like a branded red. So I'm not sure if I'm okay with that. But like this, I'm sorry, you don't have the insert cards. So I'm gonna have to rank this D or E. I think I'm gonna take this down to E. That might be harsher compared to one I did before, but I'm gonna put this at E. I'm sorry. Like the bar is really high. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see what Chad has to say real fast. Okay. Well, okay. I will be back in just a moment, guys. We're gonna cut right here, and then we are going to be back. So I'll be back for you guys in the live stream in like 2 seconds. I'll be back. I'm coming back. All right, fellas, I'm back. All right, we're recording again. Editor, add this back onto the main podcast. We'll get to those in just a moment. That's a little bit of tangled teleport stuff. All right, we're gonna go through the last couple packages, and there is the one final one right here, which is this little 4x4 box. This is from HG Suite Cutters. Oh wait, didn't we do this already? Didn't I already have an HG Suite? We did. Okay, never mind. I've seen this one before. Well, let's open it up, see what they look like between different orders, because consistency is everything. So it's a Uline 4x4x4 box. And this is another. Oh, it's a different snowman with nothing else inside of there. Wait. Oh, repeat business. Oh yeah, they noticed that I had ordered two. Cool. Would have been cool if they had done that, but okay. So now, in order to show off what teleport stuff looks like. So the A tier brand we had was Bakerology, who goes from here into tissue paper, into insert cards with a wax paper envelope coming into here. The second one, the second best one, was right here, which is cookie cutter with a fabric bag, nylon vinyl bag, wrapped in tissue paper, that kind of stuff. And then there was one other one, the fish. The fish I remember. Okay, right here was the white box, brown paper on the inside, tan cutter on the inside with a couple of insert cards that weren't quite right. So if you were ordering through Teleport or Portals, this would be the boxes you would get. So you would get a white box. You have the blue, Teleport blue interior crinkle paper. And then whatever your item is would be inside of a baggie. All the different items get thrown into the bag, or multiple different bags, thrown inside of here, and then you have a 4x6 shipping label that would either be the packing list, or you can do custom insert cards that go with this, so that you can have QR codes and instructions and everything else inside of there. And then this all gets closed, basically like this, without the hair coming out the side. And that would be a teleport order. So, based on this ranking, Bakerology takes it because they have all their branding all over the place, and all of this is just so bespoke and focused. We're not able to do that yet. So I would say we are definitely A tier with everybody else. And I didn't think that was going to be the case. I thought that a lot of the Etsy stores, since they're so focused on what they're doing, that they would have higher quality packing stuff, but like Teleport stuff is better packing materials than most Etsy stores because it just looks intentional. You have the bag, you have the blue paper, which is a color that's not brown, a white box, and a very intentional insert card that you can custom print out with all kinds of different designs and stuff on there. So that's a big deal. This was interesting because I didn't know that we have worked really, really hard to make sure that teleport packaging is really intentional and really great because we know people are running their Etsy stores through us and we want their customers to have an awesome unboxing experience. I don't think we're fully there yet because there's a number of things that we're working on to improve even more, but this is the type of box that you get through Teleport, and it's very, very good, especially compared to what a lot of people are doing DIY because they don't know where to find certain boxes. They don't know the stuff to include. Just the fact that this is here, you can get a template from us of these insert cards that have things like QR codes, information, recipes. Like there's a blog post, I think, where we share a Google Drive template for this so that you can have that design. And we'll share more and more. And those are free. You can get a hold of those. To have insert cards, I think you have to be a premium Teleport user, but that's it. Alrighty, chat, we'll get to you in just a second, but let's go ahead and wrap it up. This last part of the podcast was an interview with the CEO of Mosaic. We have known each other for a little while, and Mosaic is an interesting company because they started off with multicolor accessories for printers way back, almost 10 years ago. And they have since pivoted and evolved into industrial machinery for 3D printing. So enjoy this conversation, and I'll see you guys all next week. All right, so chat, let's do it. What do you guys want to talk about? We are, I'll roll through what everything's been all stored up. I usually watch your videos at 1.75x. That's fair. The normal, like, listicle videos and design for it videos can definitely be watched fast because you're trying to see the thing going by. My first live view. Welcome, Bilk Talon, Black Talon. There we go. Um, I'm late. What are you doing? We're doing, we did an unboxing of orders from Etsy stores. So we bought a bunch of items from about like 10, 10 different Etsy stores and just evaluated packaging and unboxing and how fast they got here. I did it because I really wanted to know what we might have been missing in Teleport, and I am just wildly impressed at how good we are. Like, I'm very happy with that. We had done this before, but we fought continuously. When Teleport started, we would ship stuff in a brown box with brown paper, and I hated that. And now we ship stuff in a white box with this blue crinkle paper, nice baggies, everything else. It's a really, really good unboxing experience that is so much better than everybody else. Um, let's see here. Are your 4x5 cards the thermal label prints basically for portals or 4x6 prints? They work for teleport or portals. You can include the custom 4x6 card in portals or teleport. They're available for either one so that you can link to a store, link to your socials, all that kind of stuff. Made my first pendant lamp test, came out well. Almost didn't leave the opening wide enough to fit hand into screw and bulb. Also 1.2 millimeter thickness works well. Thank you. I'm gonna screen cap that. Fight like a brave. I'm glad that you like the lamp that we made for you, that you designed. Uh, let's see here. I'm gonna state this. Yeah, everybody give us good reviews on portals. I'm going to screen cap them right now. If you're using portals, let me know what you like or dislike. Also give us bad review. I will publish bad reviews because I think it's good that organizations share those things, and a lot of people try to hide them. And it's like you just don't. We address bad reviews very, very head on. So I'm good with that. I'd like to use your API to let people order physical copies of models they create in my VR XR application. Do you have anything in the works for automatically checking if a model is printable? No, that's going to be on you. Yeah. Uh, to be fair, I would say our printability right now is really good because we do have people doing similar things to what you're doing, which are like just model generator models, so like meshy models going by, and they print out better than I would expect most times. Our printers are just good enough, and our settings and everything else have been refined enough that they're fine. The worst case thing that'll happen is like it has a huge amount of support, and we say, well, we're not going to post process that. So it gets shipped to the customer, and the customer has to post process it, but it would still be a decent part. The biggest issue we have, the reason you can't do part printability checks is because there aren't like catch all rules. Like something that's really thin. If a character has fingers that are laid out flat like this, but they're really thin, those will print fine. But if they move those fingers down like this, now they're going to break off as soon as you try to break off the support because they're as thick as support would be. Those look the same to a print evaluation system. So until AI's got humanoid robots wandering around in your everyday life, file evaluation is going to be really rough. So there's going to be kind of a you got to take the risk or prototype it yourself first situation. So anyhow, there's that. Let's see here. Uh, I did the lamp on my machine. Oh, gonna upload it soon. Oh, gotcha. We'll still order one for Portals too. Gotcha. Fair enough then. Darn it, I can't use that review. I'm gonna get rid of that. Let's see here. Christian, I like the simplicity of using Portals. It's faster to make a custom model and send them than slicing and printing. All the clients are happy and receive their product quick. Thank you, Christian. Appreciate that. That's what I need. Thank you so much. Let's see. What else do you guys want to go over? I'm gonna film a number of other videos here on stream. So there'll be some other stuff. You guys will get some looks at like POD videos. But yeah, we're gonna. Yesterday was like this week is a content week for me. So yesterday I was writing scripts, got about 12 of them done, and then today I got to film a few of them. The other ones are like CAD ones, so I got to go get the modeling done because I do most of the modeling for the videos. Not all of it. We've had people help with modeling on videos in the past, but like these design trick ones, I'm very persnickety about. So I do most of those. Let's see here. Yeah, POD channel. Here we go. Where to get models for your 3D printing business? Behind the scenes, what happens in order? Yeah. Um, okay. Oh, yeah, you can sell portals. Like this was the thing that came up the other day. If you have a successful Etsy store, um, you're stuck with it. You cannot transfer ownership to someone else, which is a really big problem. But the value and interesting thing about portals is that portals you can sell. If you have a portals with 100,000 sales on it or something, you can transfer ownership of that store to someone else, which is very difficult to do, if not impossible to do with Etsy. Shopify allows this kind of stuff because you can just give people a login. But like the fact that portals is actually sellable is a really big deal. Uh, I don't have to worry about nothing and make money. Um, oh, great. Yeah. The RGB pucks are in there. I forgot to do that in teleport update. The RGB pucks are available now. Are you printing something with them? Have you got the lamp ready to go there? We it's gonna be fun in the new year because well, we're hashing out what the new year is going to do. We don't want to count our chickens before we're done with Christmas, so we're taking care of Christmas. But the new year is going to be quite a bit of fun because what we're probably going to start doing is building a whole bunch of portals ourselves. And the bottleneck has been we can't run 20 Instagrams and TikToks, and we don't want to build 20 Instagrams and TikToks. But you kind of have to in order to create these items. So we're probably going to build a TikTok that is like a portals promo TikTok, and we will be creating our own items and promoting people who have public portals to help get more traffic over. So we'll print one out, do a video of it, share it around. Because, like, literally, again, guys, TikTok is so valuable. If you get virality on it, it breaks and goes around so quickly. Um, nice. Yes, I have 3 ready and now 1 pendant. Nice. Are we in Boise? Yeah, the main factory, the main mega farm is in Boise. We're working on getting the other factories built up, but those will come later. The big thing is to just make sure that Boise is operating purely and correctly, because the new factory just creates more complexity. Let's see, what else we got? Okay, alrighty. Let's see. I'm gonna now the stream is gonna get a little bit more intermittent because I'm gonna read scripts somewhat quietly here for a moment, like a good streamer, and go from there. We gotta get more people. Like our streams keep on capping out at like 30 concurrent viewers. I thought they were increasing there, and we're gonna keep on doing this stuff. And I technically have not broken 2 hours of on one of these streams because I don't know if I want to. I'm gonna see if I can do it today. We'll see if we can do it today because we're at an hour 15 right now. Might as well go for 2 and we can see what happens. Okay. Video ideas, building a POD store ready for scale, avoiding all the things. There we are. When you know nothing about 3D, what we did wrong with teleport, the biggest challenges with portals, teleport a thumbnail of a simple item with really high price. Top 4 niches to make, supplement your income as an industrial designer. No, I don't want to do that one. Oh, those other 2 videos are walk and talks. That's where they are. That's why I can't film them here. So down here, I got to film from the general content list. Let's see here. Guys, what are videos you want to see? What are some new videos that you want to see? We have here. I'll give you. Should I tease this right now? We've got like 10 design for videos around specific things. Like we'll show you how to eliminate shrink lines on parts. Talk about the API. Ribs, that's going to be a cool video. I'm very excited for that one. Top 5 rules about 3D printing design that everybody should know. I'm going to share this on chat right now. The top 5 rules for 3D printing. Make the first layer simple. No text on the first layer. Prepare the surfaces. Avoid vertical walls because any deviation appears. Always kind of give a taper, sort of like a draft angle. And add texture wherever you can. Curve the upper corners. Slant the part to make it stronger. If you have a cube, turn it like this. The part will be stronger, and you will have universal surfaces on all the sides. Do not cut cavities to save material. Avoid doing that. It generally doesn't do much. Create cavities in order to increase material and increase strength. Don't use light colors. Avoid white if you can. White is a terrible color. And then round the edges. Them's the rules of design. Make sure you guys are doing it. That's good in the order. I'm just going to say that whenever I get a chance. Oh, compliant mechanisms. We got a compliant mechanisms video that will be kind of fun. The cylinder, that one's fine. I want to do the train tracks. Okay. Let's see here. Written. What do we have for written? Oh, I need to. There's no way this is correct. Refresh that. There's something out of whack. Content, filmed, ready. Hey, somebody reorganized my thing. Hold on. Somebody reorganized my flow of stuff. Because I had write and draft. Oh no, ready to film. Oh no, ready to film the other ones that are done. Never mind. Write and draft got moved up above video ideas or something like that. We have the step flow, like a freaking Scrum chart that says what status everything is in. Why I killed this 3D printing business. Yeah, we've done that a bunch. Slant 3D, over our history, we've probably been, there's, one of the guys was talking about it one time, and he's like, there were eras of Slant 3D. I'm like, yeah, there were eras of Slant 3D. There was production, there was internal e-commerce, and then the desert, and then now. And when we started with mass production as an alternative to molding. And then we found products that were really good that we designed ourselves with to use excess capacity. And that worked really well because we were very good at advertising and marketing. And then that had all its problems. And we started working on Teleport, and that was the desert. Because like when we were working on building Teleport and portals, there was basically 1.5 to 2 years when we were just building that software and building the team to build that software, building the systems to build that software. Because it's complete. I always knew we were going to do it, but it was just so much worse than it was supposed to be. And now we're in the era of Teleport and portals, and these systems are so good right now, and we're not coasting by any means, but like there's a momentum building, which is really interesting. All right, what do we got? Are there any manual reviews for uploaded portals models, or you only review it when you get an order? The item's only reviewed when it gets an order. It's got to get a sale before it can be reviewed. But if there's an issue with the file when it's being printed, then you'll see notes on your files inside of it. Is there a cap to total number of products we can list on portals per user? I don't think so. There might be. It's like 50 if there is one. I think there's a cap on files uploaded, but you can create as many portals as you want. I feel like you make what needs to be made as you make them and add new features. I'm just here for the learning and the energy. Oh, thanks, man. I always appreciate your best practices videos. I've upped my design game following some of your practices. Great, that's good. Yeah, the design for videos are certainly some of our bread and butter. And they're like the thing that we're uniquely good at, because we've just got really good engineering people, and we just know so much more because we print so many more parts than people do. We see all the tricks, and we also know which ones work and don't. So we get to share that information in a way that normally doesn't happen very often. What not to do on portals video series. Oh. It's maybe time for a roast. Oh, we've done that. Wait, no, we did on the Slant Pod video. We released a video saying all the problems with portals. Like we did that. So yeah, there is a roast. It came out like 2 weeks ago, I think. So over on Slant Pod, all the problems with portals and what we're doing to fix them. Quite frankly, we released that video. I think we already fixed or pushed some of the deploys for that one. So it's kind of already out of date. But you're right. We should do another Slant 3D Sucks video. But we're so good at everything right now. As far as what not to do on portals, there's like the comedic version of that I know we can't do. Because it wouldn't land right. We'll leave that for some other channel. what you can't do on portals, but like the what not to do on portals. I don't know. That's literally what portals was designed to avoid. You can do whatever you want on portals. mm, mm, I don't know. Let's see here. What else? All the stuff. We're going through Christmas, guys. It's nutty with Christmas. Make a TikTok video. Make sure you make a TikTok video and turn on your Etsy ads. Everybody's, it is amazing to me. Interesting stat. So we thought there would be the ramp on teleport and portals in the months leading up to Christmas. And there was one, but there's a way bigger one right now. And it's not people who are like established who are behind. It's people starting up stores. And there are just so many people starting up stores uh, for the first time in this moment when they should have done it 2 months ago or even better a year ago. But everybody's like seeing stuff that's 3D printed and shipping and being like, I should start a store now. And I don't know. It's interesting how bad people are preparing. Like the Christmas season right now, if you started a store today, you have missed the Christmas season, which is kind of unfortunate. But like they'll because what Christmas does is everybody kind of stops buying like the 15th to the 20th, especially online because it just won't arrive in time. And then you have January where people spend their Christmas money, so you can catch some of that. But like the Christmas season is effectively over right about now after a few more days. So if you're making a move, like you got to be making a move right this second. And if you had been planning ahead, your store should have been set up in like early October so that it could have aged in during October and then over November could have ramped up. So that's a thing with that. If you ever start an house photography service, I want to come work for you. Oh, are you in the Boise area? Fight like a brave. We have a couple of photographers in the area on the team. We've thought about doing in-house photography. We don't know how to do it because it's basically a different service. Quite frankly, like here, fight like a brave. What you should do, start up a photography service for Teleport and have people buy their item and have it shipped to you, and then you do product photos for them. That would almost be better because you would be able to be set up to do photography. And like, this is sort of interesting, like a partner network of people who help with design, help with photography, all these other things might be useful for Teleport and portals right now. Because there's just things that we don't need to have to do internally. We don't have time for all this stuff. So if somebody else set it up, we would drive what traffic we could towards you. I have no idea how much it would be right now, but it'd certainly be useful to our users. And so long as you don't mess with our users and make them mad, I have no problem with it. Yeah, Houston, Texas. You might want to do that. Oh, hey, Cassie. Welcome. Yeah, send me items and I'll photo them. Yeah, literally. We'd set up like some partner page that's like, here's somebody who's good at modeling, here's somebody good at photography. Somebody can click on photography and be like, okay, mail this person parts. And they would mail you an order from Teleport, and then you would take product photos of it and send them the product photos so they can improve their product photos on Teleport. Oh my goodness, guys, product photos. Everybody's so bad at product photos. It's ridiculous how bad everybody is at product photos. Like today, I was on Reddit, and I do a post every day on Reddit about something about 3D printing business on our subreddit 3D Print Entrepreneurs. I was looking at nightlights. And there was a store that had done like $250,000 of sales of nightlights that were not 3D printed. They were just nightlights. They could be 3D printed. And I posted his photos, and then I looked for 3D printed nightlight on Etsy, and it was such a terrible photo. The one that was selling was really vibrant and orange and contrasty and bright. And the 3D printed product photo looked like a cell phone photo, which is fine. You gotta start someplace. But it takes so little to make it look so much better. Literally just run it through ChatGPT and say, hey, make this photo look good. And it would make the photo look better. And it would still be the same baby face or whatever it was in there, but the colors would be vibrant. So that people would click on it. Because it was it almost looked like a black and white photo. It was so bad. because it was taken in the dark and it was a white light, night light, and all these other things that were just issues. And I'm just like, that's awful. How big of a team does it take to manage thousands of printers daily? It takes about one person per 500 machines, is our operating goal. So that's what we do kind of operationally. When we started up Slant 3D, the very first thing we did was automation. Like that was the fundamental core tenet when we got started was automation. How do you make a machine eject, remove parts? How do you make it efficient? There's a video on the Slant 3D channel where we show like part collection, which is a manual part collection. And you can see like how we scan and track parts through. Post-processing is probably the most laborious part. Mainly because people make bad parts. Like parts that take up the most time in post-processing are generally like a figurine that's not meant to be printed with FDM. So you're jerking all the support off of it, and that takes a huge amount of time. But we do it because we want people to have good parts. But if you design like a good part, it goes through super quick. Like it can basically come off the machine and go straight into a box, which is what our goal is. What we are going to do here in the new year, again in January, I think I've telescoped this, not telescoped, projected, I don't know, communicated this a couple times, but like the pricing inside of Teleport is going to readjust in January/February. No support will become cheaper, or supported stuff will become more expensive, one direction or the other. It's tough for us to get cheaper, guys. Like we are really, really cheap right now. We are the most affordable print service out there by a mile. Short of waiting 4 weeks for something to arrive from China or something. It's just ridiculous how cost effective we are. But the support needed, is there like a range of quality that you need? We're going to try to do lower infill for larger parts, so larger parts can be a tad more affordable, because like really big parts, everything caps out at like $40, and for $40 you should be fine. Like we did a moment where we did headphone stands, which were heads of like presidents and that kind of thing, and we sold thousands of those for a couple of years, and they were this large. They sell for $75. Something like that would cost like maybe $40 to produce inside of Teleport and Portals. So you still have, what is that, a 50% margin on top of it all. So it's really good margins even on large parts. Austin, we were building a factory in Austin. We have an office down there. We don't have an established factory right now because Austin is too humid. And bluntly, the reason we were going down to Austin initially was for the talent base. You guys have a really good job supply down there. But the issue is humidity. And by the time Austin was going to come online, we were looking at trend lines here in Boise, and we were like, it's going to be tardy. We'll just expand Boise more. And the importance of lower shipping costs became less and became more at the same time. So Austin was closer to the East Coast, but not close enough, was still expensive, was really humid, and we didn't need like the technical talent down there that we thought we were going to need because we got most of it up here. So the team here in Boise built out in a way to where the need for Austin as a culture was less necessary. So the next factory is probably going in closer to the East Coast so that we're like dead center in it all. But spoilers, I don't have too much stuff going on with that. I can't talk about that too darn much. Let's see here. I'm thinking about cooking these cookie cutters. I want Christmas cookies with lots of icing. People should make cookie cutters are amazing. Okay, let's see here. What else we got? We're at an hour and a half. Do I want to go for the full 2 hours? I'm not sure if I want to go for the full 2 hours. Full 2 hours is a long time. I got stuff to do. I don't think I'm going to go for the full 2 hours, guys. Oh, question. Can we make third-party parts as a toggle to add for the customer? No. Get with or without the no. No. No, sorry. Here's the reason I go no. Number one, I don't see enough of our users utilizing that. We might put it out as yeah. But the other thing is like you're trying to sell products, right? So the closer we can get to products, that's what you want to be. If the product is missing a piece sometimes or not, or is a lamp with a bulb or sometimes not, first of all, you should always ship a light with one of our bulbs because we have LED bulbs that are approved and won't melt a PLA lamp or something like that. But like the variation isn't very good. The decision will hurt your customers. Like I can guarantee. Here's something hilarious. Um, Wait, let me get back to that. Let me get back to gray filament. I'll tell you a story here in just a second. Let me preface it with the more choices you have in your listing, the fewer sales you get. We have this backed up both on our application and from like Printify. Listings with a single choice have the most sales. Two choices have the second most, and then when you get to three choices, it falls out down here and it's level. 5 choices, 10 choices, whatever it was. So you want one item in a product listing because that's the least amount of problems for people. There's a bit of research about this of like consumers don't actually want choice, but you have to give them the illusion of choice because if you take choice away, people are angry. They're like, there's only one, screw you. But if you give them two options, they will always pick the first one or the one that's shown in photos. This is informing some design work that we're doing in portals. But with this, if you had an option for a lamp with a bulb and a lamp without the bulb, everybody would buy the lamp with the bulb because they would just know it fits, it's right, it's correct, and it doesn't add that much more cost. So your sales would be higher. What would happen though is a bunch of people would order the lamp without the bulb, and then they have a bulb that doesn't fit, which means now you're doing a bunch of customer support to help them find the right bulb because they're shopping on Amazon rather than buying the bulb from you. Or they'll grab the wrong bulb and they'll ruin the lamp and they'll blame you. Or they will buy the wrong lamp without the bulb and they'll be disappointed that the lamp they ordered didn't have the bulb in it. The example and case study I have for this is we released gray last week. Gray, $10 gray filament was a member-only perk. We had somebody buy a membership and then go and buy the non-member gray. Big title at the top saying non-member gray. And they bought it for the same price. They went through the entire checkout and paid more money for it, bought the thing. And then they emailed us and say, sorry, I made a mistake. I bought the wrong gray. I meant to buy the members gray. And that's literally just because we had two choices that people who are members have access to. Now, the feedback for me on this is not, oh my gosh, the customer's doing a thing. The feedback to me is like, okay, we got to simplify the Tangled website. So the Tangled website's going to get a rebuild to where we have a single product listing. And we're going to try to make it smarter to where, based on if you are a member, you will only see members only stuff. And if you're a non-member, you will only, well, if you're non-member, we rub it in your face that you're not a member all the time. So that'll still be the same. But listings will condense and it'll just get simpler because apparently it's too much to navigate to the members only store and buy members only stuff when you're a member. So anyhow, yeah, colors. I take away my rainbow ones, but people see it in old reviews and message me asking for it. Not often, but enough. Yes, that'll happen. Cassie, for your items, oh, you'd have to split them into a bunch of individual items because I know Cassie. Cassie's a teleport user, so what you could do like red, green, yellow, blue of the individual parts, and then combine them in the order. But yeah, that's tough to finagle. We might have a solution for you, Cassie. When we redo pricing in January, we're going to do a thing where like if an item, right now we kind of bill by the build plate. We may start changing it to billing by the order to where it's like, okay, you have the initial like picking fee for all the items in that order. But each item is individually cheaper to where it's the same as if you batched them on a build plate. That's better for us and it's better for everybody else. So we're working on that. It's just kind of tough to choreograph. But we're gonna kill batching. People are gonna stop batching. We're gonna make sure that there is a system by which you can get out of batching without getting hurt. But like there are people who are uploading 50 parts on a build plate, and it's such a nightmare because there's no way to win, and one part always goes wrong because one part always goes wrong, and then somebody orders 99 exact similar parts, and they call us and they're like, I only got 98. And we're like, yeah, because you uploaded 50 and our people can't count 50 parts for you. Put them on an individual build bed. Uh, uh, oh, thanks, Cassie. Appreciate that. Oh, Cassie, I'm going to screen cap you. I'm going to screen cap that comment. This is going in our teleport reviews. This is public information now. Thank you so much. But like yeah, we're gonna revamp pricing a little bit in the new year. So it should get better for everybody who's doing a really good job, and it will defer people who are uploading garbage kind of files, because that's kind of the thing we want to fight with. Anybody who has like 4 or 5 parts on a print bed, that's not a big deal. Like, whatever. It's the people who just uber batch stuff and do nothing to help. We had, again, another customer. He put 100 of these parts on a build plate, and they went up to within 1 millimeter of the outer edge of the build plate to where it was impossible to print this. So we cut the STL in half, reattributed 2 different files to it that just are 50 and 50 rather than 100 to totally fill the build plate. It was so frustrating. And we told him like 3 times to do it, and he wouldn't do it, and all the rest of this stuff. So it is what it is. But like, it's part of the gig. This is our job. I get to whine about it, but I can't whine about it because people are using our stuff. And it's really cool that people are using our stuff. And it's really amazing that people have been able to use our stuff. So yeah. I myself didn't care because I get it to prototype, but for a customer, I'd like them to have the box. What was this? I missed the thing. I would suggest for the Hue bulb, send it with its box. Oh, the Hue bulbs? Yeah. The Hue bulbs, I don't think ship in the box. The Hue bulbs have documentation outside. I agree with you that maybe keeping them in the box is fine. This is kind of a process control thing because every third-party part comes fully unpackaged from whatever original packaging it has. And we can't really have like a condition on it of like, but these parts need to show up in their box. The Hue bulb has enough documentation online and everything else to where somebody can find where the app is, which you have to download the app anyway, and then it walks you through. So that's kind of the reason I'm not too bent out of shape about it not having the box. But I get your point. There's a lot of color and context with a Hue bulb on its packaging to where, yeah, I can see where you're coming from. You know, I'd agree with you, Cassie. The guy probably did set up so much time. He did, because he was using bamboo machines, which have a larger build plate, and he first emailed us and had like a 5-message conversation about why are our printers our size, and we're like, physics, like it's tough to make 220 equal 253. We do our best. We try to work miracles around here, but it doesn't always work out. But he had that conversation about resizing, and he's like, oh, okay, I'll resize it. It's the same part. It's just patterned 100 times. So he did pattern it to perfectly fit inside of there just right, which, yes, would have taken a lot of pixel pushing. Should do a video highlighting your most successful teleport and portals users. I would. The problem is we would love to do that, Cassie. We really want to do that because it would be great for us and everybody else. Problem is our most successful users won't let us because of the whole competition fear thing. We've done a few videos highlighting a few of our big portals users. So like there was Little Ouchies that we got to do a real printed products video of. We've done Snap House, who's done thousands of parts. Little Ouchies did tens of thousands of parts through us. They let us highlight them because they were already very public about that their stuff was 3D printed and they were out there and they do a lot of TikTok and that kind of thing. A lot of people won't let us do profiles of them because they're like, I don't want my Etsy store to be seen by the 3D printer community because then I'll have 50 clones tomorrow, which I get, but it is unfortunate. I do believe that like the light is really good and the competitors are really useless. If you have more than 10 reviews on Etsy already, you're going to continue to be the leading store, even if somebody comes and clones you. So competition is generally very often overrated by people, especially once you're established. If you're brand new, you probably don't want to raise bells and whistles right there, because yes, you'll have 10 other brand new guys alongside of you. Though even that is not true. Like here's a fascinating thing. The top 3D model designers. If we do a video about here's the top designers to get 3D models from, invariably in the comments there will be a thread saying, yeah, but everybody else has these models, so it's just oversaturated. Here's the thing. If I go to like Lofted Goods, which has 250,000 Instagram followers, probably most of the people on this stream might know about him, but he's like a #1 designer on things. Thousands of downloads of his past models. If you look at his most recent model that is uploaded, it might have 20 to 100 downloads. Not a lot. And of those 20 to 100 downloads, only like maybe 5 to 1% of them are actually for commercial use. So at most you have, if he has 100 downloads, you have like maybe 5 other people with permission to sell this model. So you only have 5 competitors. Add that to your store. Because everybody else is burnt out and got on the big old hype when the thing was going by. But like, it's so amazing that people are like, oh, the models are everywhere. Everybody has the same models. I'm like, everybody has access to the same models. But the real differentiator in business is execution. Do you advertise? Can you make good photos? Do you just add a new listing every day in your Etsy or every week or month or something like that? That's what splits you off from the pack. Do you interact with your customers? Do you respond to reviews on Etsy? Do you message customers? Do you go looking for new people or find influencers? All the other work, because the creation of the product is like 1% of the effort. And people, especially in 3D printing, really don't get that because a lot of us are engineers. So the product is everything. But no, the product is only the first step on the journey. Physics thieves. They don't want copycats. I get that, especially being a merch by Amazon seller. It's copycat hell. Yes, merch is really tough, especially in POD, because it's so easy to screen cap the shirt that you have, and somebody takes that design and puts it on theirs. Yeah, my items got clones immediately, but I had the reviews. Yeah, Cassie, you were in a good spot for reviews. Lofted Goods, yeah, isn't Lofted Goods great? Lofted Goods, he's got his own studio now. He's making most of his money from Patreon, I think. Maybe from Things. I don't know what the models economics of Things are right now. Things gets a bunch of free affiliate marketing, but they have a very, I'm gonna call out Things for this one. Their affiliate program is a little bit garbage because there's so many rules attached to it to where you almost can't get paid. I don't know what the payouts are for modelers on Things right now. I don't know how well that's working. If you're established, you have everybody who's still on subscription, but if you're new, I don't know how it works. Oh, for your 3D models? For the 3D models on Merch by Amazon? There's 3D models on Merch by Amazon? Fight Like a Brave? Yeah, Lofted Good stuff is really good. The vases are beautiful. There's also... Oh wait, no, yeah, I'm thinking of Lofted Goods. He does all the vases and wall mount stuff. And then there's another one. This similar Lofted Goods, similar sort of name. He has like golf games. He went viral because of table golf games back in like 2020. Now he designs all kinds of things. Yeah. Yeah, merch by Amazon. It's just regular merch, t-shirts and that kind of thing. Okay, how long are we going? Oh, we got 15 minutes to go. Okay, I'll stick it out for the 2 hours. I'll stick it out for 2 hours here. Oh, I guess I don't have to record podcast tonight because I recorded it already. So, okay, I do have this full evening. This evening is going to be modeling for new videos and then filming new videos. I have a couple of walk and talks that will go out on the POD channel on Friday. And then this weekend... We'll probably should we publish that video right now? We'll probably tomorrow's Thursday. No! Dang it. Ah, dang it, we gotta redo our publishing schedule. We just redid our publishing schedule. Slant Pod is supposed to have a video Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then a core channel is supposed to have one on Friday and Saturday. But that means we have 2 Slant 3D videos going out on Friday, which is wrong. So we need to make POD Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, with the core channel video going out on Friday, and podcast on Sunday. You hear that, Parker? Parker's one of our editors. He generally watches the stream. Anybody else? I'm going to put this link here. 3dprintpricecalculator.com. This tool I just linked to, guys, if anybody's messing around with pricing of parts and that kind of stuff, I recommend using this. We built this price calculator a little while ago, but it's a really good way to see what cost of parts is for real, because people don't include rent or depreciation or platform fees. And the price calculator we got includes platform fees. So like Etsy, third-party advertising, and all this other stuff. All those things are on there. So if you're messing around with the idea of selling prints, I recommend starting over there and just toying around with it because it's kind of fun. I have a Zoo 3D sub because I love the little dinos. I don't really sell those because I would want to have prices so low, but I like what you said. Could just advertise better. Cassie, with the miniature the fidgets and wiglets and that kind of stuff, I think a secret that you could probably take from wiglets. Wiglets has fidgets that are smaller. So they've taken like the normal like Zoo 3D, their models are about yay big or so. Wiglets models are about this big, about an inch. If you took Zoo 3D models, scaled them down to like 70% size, and put like 5 of them on a build plate, and then sell them as a set of 5 for like 20 bucks. Or 10 bucks, maybe 10 bucks would be fine. Or a set of 10, or 2 build plates of 5, set of 10, sell those for 19 bucks. I think that'd work. And you could give people, in the spring when we have new pricing around, you might be able to do mix and match ones. So like green dino, yellow dino, that kind of stuff, to where that might work better for you. So yeah, scale them down a little bit so that they're cheaper and denser. And then batch them in sets of 5 and that kind of thing. I think that would be a really good one. Lunfardo, Modern Machine, Lofted Goods. Oh, high-end oh my gosh, Modern Machine. Someone please build an Etsy store off Modern Machine. I've talked to him. I've said, dude, you need to build a Portal store. And he's just like, I don't want to right now. I'm making models. And I'm like, I get that, but you really need to make a store. Somebody get a commercial license to Modern Machines and please build it out. If you do it, tell me, and I will try to promo you. Like, please, somebody take Modern Machine models and get them on Portal. Here's the thing. Okay, dirty little secret. We released a catalog a little while ago. We are working on getting a number of designers onboarded into catalog so that if you have a premium teleport account, you will get access to a number of these designers' files. We are partnering with a couple of model repos. We're working with a few of the designers. If any designers are watching this right now, reach out to us. But like when you have a premium teleport account, you should get access to a whole group of files and parts that you just click on, and now it's in teleport. So you don't have to wander over to things and get a commercial license or anything else. If it's in teleport, you can sell it. So it's immediate and fast, and you can get these things listed. But yes, do Modern Machine. Somebody please sell the pendant lamps from Modern Machine. We picked one of the pendant lamps explicitly to be compatible with Modern Machine. Like, oh, they're such good designs. I tried scaling them really big because I love the idea. It just took a while to print. Never thought about scaling them now. Oh, yeah, the dino's going big. Yeah, one of those Zoo 3D dinos, like yay big. I know Wiglets tried this for a minute and they killed them, which means it might not have sold very well for them. But again, at Cassie, for your store, that might work. Taking them up to like meaty, fist-sized ones. That'd be cool because it's kind of like a desk thing then. That's kind of, oh. Could one of those dinos be turned in like a pencil cup or something, or like have some anterior function, or like take the Triceratops and say he's a phone holder that's a fidget toy too, so you take your phone and then you hold him in your fist and play around with him? That might be something. It's a race, yeah. That's been my inspiration the whole time. That's the whole style of designs I'm trying to make. Yeah, do it, man. I printed some giant ones for my daughter. It's hilarious looking, honestly. Yeah, I think they'd be sick. I think they'd be awesome. What do you mean? Modify them by scaling them up and down? Oh, modify them by turning them into a phone stand? So long as you still have the commercial license, I think you're fine. I don't know what Zoo 3D's certain licensing terms currently are, but I don't know why it would be a problem. If you got the commercial license for the original model and you're not like saying, oh, I modified it into a phone stand, so now it's in my new original model, I think you'd be fine. Let's see here. But yeah, the lamps. I hope people do more interior decor stuff. Lofted goods vase, like the lofted goods in the modern machine are also just so videographable. Like modern machines, literally just doing a panning shot of one of his lamps is interesting visually. So it works so well for TikTok and everything else. Um, for lofted goods, obviously his vases are very demonstrable. So again, great for video. Um, oh yeah, yes, you still need to credit them for sure, Cassie. Still credit them. Um, let's see here. What else is going on? Christmas. We have literally, there's only like 10 more days of Christmas left, which is so bananas. And then, oh, for anybody who's watching and cares or whatever else it was, after Christmas Eve, starting Christmas Eve, we are going to be gone. And I think we're going to be gone all the way through to New Year's. We're going to see where we are on demand. But I think we have one shipping day. Calendar. I need to see what's that December was weird because it was going to be like kind of a long break because of this. Okay, so yeah, there was. Oh no 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 no. So we'll have Christmas. We'll be gone Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. I think we're going to be gone that Friday because I don't think UPS or any shippers are running. So we're basically going to be dead that day. So 27th, 28th, and then we'll be back on the 29th. Yeah, and then we'll roll through that, and we will probably be operational on New Year's Eve. We'll see. So yeah, there'll be a 4 day gap there in shipping. But this will be the very first time. Oh man, we're going soft. Every year prior, Slant 3D team members have been in here on Christmas Eve and on the day after Christmas. We've only taken that day and a half. We're seeing where we are this year. We probably are taking off that Friday. I want the team to be able to take off that Friday. But if there are too many orders, we're an e-commerce company, and that's like the gig of working here, to where we may be here on the 26th. I'm going to try not to do that to my team. Did you say you were coming up with some kind of way to help advertise portals people? That's my only thing holding me back. Etsy has good ads. Etsy has great ads. We're working. Yeah, portals is really designed for somebody with an Instagram following or a YouTube channel and that kind of stuff. So if you have existing traffic, portals is the best because you don't have to deal with all the platform fees and stuff. The way of advertising is you got to do content. You have to do content, and then get stuff on TikTok. We're playing with how to advertise on portals to where you can buy Facebook ads, and we're experimenting with that in the background. I don't have a roadmap for it right now, like when it will come available, because when we release it, we want to make sure that when somebody pays us $20 to go spend for them on ads, the way Etsy does, that you get traffic and sales from it. And we basically want to go through that entire process ourselves a couple of times to make sure that everything's working correctly. And it's not tuned to where I'm happy with it yet. Can you see my uploaded but not public portals if I gave you my storefront name? No. Wait. I have 2 files uploaded just to check costs, not public yet. I technically can because I'm an admin in the system, so I could console into there. But but no one in the world can see stuff that you uploaded that's not public. Uh, yeah, no. So yeah, you that's fine. You can if you want to just mess around with pricing too, you can use the price calculator. You can upload the file and it'll auto quote it for you instantly. And you can ignore all the rent costs. It'll just say to make with teleport it costs this much. Um, Current. All right, we got about 5 minutes left, guys, and then I'm gonna call it. I will have streamed for 2 hours like a pro. I'll just keep on edging myself up to the marathon to where we do this for 6 hours. Oh, good heavens, 6 hours is such a long time. Oh, excuse me. A 6 hour stream, I'd have to do it on a Saturday because I have to talk to humans during the week. Um, I don't know what I would do that whole time, guys. I don't know what I'd talk about, what we would cover for 6 hours. I guess we'd cover the whole planet, so there'd be a new person every time, and I'd have to say that TPU isn't in portals like 20 times. Oh, you just wanted me to see him? Um, You technically can. I can't guarantee that I'm going to go in there and look at them. Because I don't know if I have time. We're trying. We're trying to put together a sheet to where people on these streams can send files to me, and I can do a review of them here on stream. I haven't done that yet because I thought of it on whatever last Wednesday or last Sunday, and I haven't built it yet. Admittedly, that sheet only takes 5 minutes, but I just forgot, so I have no other excuse. It wasn't. We're busy with Christmas, and I don't have time for more new things. But we'll let people submit files to us, and I'll do a review on stream. Obviously, not showing them off, but like taking a look at them. Saving up to buy SX stocks next year. Could talk about that. Oh, yeah. But not 3D print related. Yeah, SpaceX is going public. Maybe going public. That'd be sick. You know, I heard about the buyback, that SpaceX is valuing the internal buybacks at 800 billion right now, and Elon said, "No, we're not raising at 800 billion, but we might be buying back at 800 billion, which is up from the 500 billion a few years before or a few months before." Wow. Like I don't argue with the fact that SpaceX is legitimately a $1 trillion company. Like that, you guys are doing awesome stuff down there. I love SpaceX so much, and Starship is just so well. It's so hilarious to me, like right now, that SpaceX is perfecting Starship, but just to be reusable, it would be a perfectly reasonable orbital launcher right now. Like it would be a Falcon 9 level orbital launcher right now, just way bigger. But since you guys are going full send for the reusability, like that, I thought in the development of the program, I thought that you guys would get to the version of the Starship that could get to orbit, and you'd be like, okay, you guys are gonna consider the upper stage consumable for a while, and just use it to push satellites straight into orbit, and then they'd launch. You'd all would launch Starlink for a couple of years, get in the reps in of everything else. But like to have that program fully operational with only reusability as the end target, and it's not going to do anything useful until it's fully reusable. That's awesome. You guys are doing such awesome stuff. It's been so great to watch the Starship program. And yeah, the growth, the fact that Starship is reusable right now. You guys landed it in the last one, so you guys just have to bring it back to tower now. And obviously, everybody knows you're going to do that because you guys are building what, 3 more launch pads in Florida, and obviously there's the second tower going up in Texas. So it's gonna ramp up so fast to where like the $1 trillion valuation is not unreasonable to me at all. And I'm not even talking about Starlink. Here's the thing though, I got a bone to pick with Starlink. Starlink got more expensive since it launched, even though there's more satellites going up, so bandwidth shouldn't be restricted. But I understand it. It's a really good service. But we have wired internet right now, and it's terrible. And we tried to upgrade our speed the other day, and apparently in this train factory that we work in, we can't get any faster speed than what we have. Super frustrating. So we started shopping for Starlink because I'm just like, we'll start adding Starlink dishes on the top. And my cheapskate got involved in it all to where it was just like, oh, Starlink's too expensive because there's a data limit on the basic plan, and then the premium plan like doubles in cost. I'm just like, I'm not feeling it. Nope, I'm not paying that much more for internet. It's not that big of a problem, but it's kind of turning into a big problem. So we're probably gonna get Starlink. But I kind of also don't trust it because even though we're not in a heavily metropolitan area, Starlink might still have bandwidth restrictions. So I don't want to have meh internet occasionally through Starlink because of bandwidth restrictions, because I trust the wires a little bit more, even though I have bandwidth restrictions on the wire too. So we just got one LC in the Cape for the next 20 years for just Starship. Oh, really? I thought you guys had 2 pads at oh, I missed something. I could have sworn there were 2 pads over at the Cape. Well, fine then. Either way, there's still lots of room in Texas. And quite frankly, if you get up to the daily cadence, 3 Starships a day, pretty good. Pretty good. I know that's not what Elon wants. I know Elon wants more. To get up to 1,000. Oh, no. Wait, no, that is up to what he wants. Oh, no, he wants to send 10,000 to Mars. So you do need 10 launch sites per day. Wait, no, that's not right. Yeah. No, 30 launch sites per day. All launching per day. and get 1,000 starships heading towards Mars in 1 year, with 3 launch pads. It's pretty good. Been on Starlink for 2 years. Living in Florida. Has issues during the summer with heavy rain, but otherwise okay. Oh, that makes sense. I mean, like heavy rain, that means you got a lot of storms and electricity and lightning above you and that kind of stuff. Like it's pretty good, but it's tough to shoot through that stuff. Adding Starship to 1, but this new LC is only Starship. 2 pads on it. Oh, right, pads. So it's gonna be, you guys are gonna end up with effectively 5 pads here in just a moment. Okay, perfect. Never mind. You're on your road. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. I like. Here's the thing. Like the big old like gut moment I had most recently, where I was just like, "That's freaking amazing," was the first time Starship's booster landed on the chopsticks. Like that was fantastic. I'm pretty sure there's going to be another one of those moments when the Starship itself lands and gets caught in the chopsticks. Like that's going to be so sick. And I envy you guys so much. I envy you so much, Cassie, being down there working on that stuff. Yeah, I don't doubt that Falcon will stop after Starship. Well, actually, I understand the internal planning for that, but I feel like Falcon will still be necessary just for very bespoke launches. Because you guys will want to insert a single payload into a single orbit. But I believe that everybody would be like, oh, Starship's so good, we're just going to make a big satellite and take the full Starship launch. And if Starship is fully reusable, I think right now it's projected to be cheaper than a Falcon 9 for a launch. So even if you're not using the full volume or the full mass to orbit, you can still do those insertions. So I would believe Falcon 9 being replaced. That makes sense to me. Yeah, because Starship's just going to be so cheap if you don't throw the hardware away. Ah, man, it's cool. It's going to be so cool. When ship lands, yeah, going to be bananas. Yeah, it is going to be fun to watch Starship land. Also, by the way, I noticed the new Starship booster. I haven't checked in on the Starship booster in like uber detail in like the last 2 months, but the new Starship has only 3 grid fins, doesn't it? I think so. I think that upgrade was finally done. That was great. That was fun to see. The coast to coast people moving. Here's the thing. I'm totally down for that. I'll bet it's going to be another 10 years. I'll bet in the next 5 years somebody will do it as a demo because there'll be like the testing for human rating of Starship and all the rest of that stuff. Well, actually, never mind. I'll give that 2 years because if you guys get a Starship caught in the chopsticks in the next 6 months, then that'll be fine. Here's the thing: if one of these things blows up a pad, it won't slow you down much. You got 5 pads, but like still, and SpaceX is rolling in cash right now. So you guys don't have anything in the way. Here's the thing, though. I will say something hilarious. SpaceX, obviously, stupidly iterative. You guys launch and learn faster than anybody else. I was surprised that the new Glenn landed on its first shot. I didn't think that was going to happen. So that closed the gap a little bit for me. I would still say Starship is probably a better system than New Glenn right now for a couple of reasons, around just like the amount of iteration and number of launches and hours that you guys have. But the fact that New Glenn was able to land on first try was pretty baller. Just saying. What? It happened once. What? Did something blowing up? You guys, what? There's been lots of blow-ups on this Starship program. You guys have had a thing blow up all the time. You had something blow up like 2 weeks ago. The freaking tank blew, which is not a bad thing. Everybody thinks it's hilarious when the news goes around like, oh, SpaceX had a rocket blow up. I'm like, SpaceX has a rocket blow up all the time. It doesn't matter. That's just Tuesday. They fix it and moves on. There are tons of similarities. Oh yeah, there's tons of similarities between New Glenn and the other and your guys's. Yeah. Alrighty. I'm gonna have to wrap it up, guys. I gotta go back to work with regular stuff. Great seeing you all. Cassie, keep up the great work down there. Oh, the pad. Yeah. Yes, the pad didn't blow up. Progress. All right, I'll see y'all later. Have a good one, guys. Cassie, see you later. I'm sure we'll talk again in the future here at some point. Have a good one, guys, and I'll see you at the Sunday stream. Sunday at noon Mountain Standard.